Sadie, you be gentle with the baby. Thanks, Marco. Are you done? Have you had your fill of toilet water, you nasty? Good, cool. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. No, it's definitely Thursday. It's Thursday, June 27th, and all these dogs are trying to hop in the bathtub. I am getting the house kind of ready over the next couple days for my brother to come and stay for a week. Not that the house really needs to be ready for him. I don't think he's gonna judge us, but the room that ideally he would sleep in is full of stuff right now. So I have 4 dogs and 2 days. This is just gonna be kind of a day in the life vlog, I suppose, because I will not have time to sit down and record anything. You can't see, but I have a pit bull coonhound cross between my knees. What you doing, hey? So yeah, let me just pick up my toilet paper, Giraffe, and take the air freshener out of the garbage can. This is one of the rooms that needs to be taken care of today. This is the office. It was very briefly a roommate's room. Hi, Sully boy, hello. This is Sully. He's a Brittany Spaniel and he's perfect. This used to be our roommate's room when he very briefly came out to Calgary for school. Now it's gonna be the office again. The room on the other side is gonna be the spare room because there's better light in this room, and when you're sleeping, you don't really need light, I don't know. But when I'm working, I do. So, gonna put some eyebrows on, just because if I do some kind of makeup on gloomy days, even if it's not good, which this is not going to be, I'm literally just putting gel through my eyebrows, it will kind of make me feel like I've accomplished something in the day, I suppose. So I just like to make big fluffy eyebrows. Sometimes put on some mascara. It's raining today, so I think we're gonna do mascara. What are you, Kilo? No, it's not for eating. Kilo, we're gonna keep you out of that room, hey? What do you have this one? Come on. Kilo, come on out. Out. Good puppies. All right, well, I was gonna put on mascara too because it's raining today and everything's gloomy Gus. But, puppies. Just gonna comb through these. They're never gonna be the same color because there's less hair in one of them. And honestly, I'm not seeing anyone today. Oh, I'm not seeing anyone who will care today, so whatever. Now I feel like I've done something to my appearance. Let's close this door and get this puppy out of here. Kilo, hush! Kilo, hush! So, I don't know if I'll be able to monetize this video because I'm playing music and I'm not gonna stop it. But a fun game that I play with the dogs when it's raining and I don't want to go outside is I throw the toy out the kitchen window and then they go get it. Good boy! That patch of dirt is hopefully gonna be grass, but I care more about the dogs having fun than what my lawn looks like. It's a rental property, it's fine. What we have right here is a disaster. This is the futon that, off, Sully. Thank you. He's a good boy. This is the futon that my brother will be sleeping on if he so chooses. There's a bookshelf, some musical instruments, stuff that is ready to go. Yeah, things for sale for the cafe. I'll have a website down below where you can go and buy them. But yeah, anyway, just like random work stuff scattered around on the floor, like a box of microphones and some batteries. It's a disaster, but not as much of one as it used to be, so riveting content. All right, well, that was a fail. I think I'm gonna have to sweep after the puppies go home. All right, friends, it is a short while later-ish. There's fruit flies everywhere. Hey, are we gonna be gentle? Thank you. I got up and all these dogs came running in. I tried to have a nap. It didn't work. I got up early this morning and I'm sleepy and a little bit grouchy just because I find it really frustrating when businesses that should absolutely at least know the service dog laws, I just hate having to do the work for them. Long story short, I may not be able to bring Sadie with me to a job that I'm doing in July, which is fine. It's fine. Like, I will literally survive. I'm not going to physically die. I have a support system there. It's going to be fine. But I really just want to take the public access test. But I'm too nutty to be able to go out to the mall every day and train her, so it's taking a long time. It's taking a long time. She's got her tasks completely down. It's public access that, like, I want to get her more confident in public. Her issues currently... Why am I standing in my messy kitchen? Oh, because I put the kettle on. It'll go off. It'll make sounds and tell me that it's ready when it's ready. Sadie's main issues currently are, hi, Sully. She pulls on the leash quite a bit when we're in public, when she's nervous. Like when we're walking down the street downtown, she gets really nervous and just like, she knows where we're going and she pulls me there. She knows where the car is. That's one of her tasks. Good girl. She pulls a little too hard. Not great, girl. But so I want to build up her confidence because that's a huge part of the test. These dogs are so dirty. It's a huge part of the test. And in order to be granted access everywhere, in Alberta, you need to take a test and get an ID card. And that's fine. That totally makes sense. Kilo. That's garbage. Don't eat that. She finds my tissues that I leave lying around. To never be denied access in Alberta, you need an ID card proving that you're a legitimate service dog team that has taken the test and professionals have deemed you worthy of public access. Always. So you get a card. We haven't done that yet because we haven't done the test yet. So places are still technically allowed to kick us out. I believe under the Human Rights Act in Alberta, we're supposed to be protected because you can't discriminate against anybody for a disability or anything else, obviously. You just can't. That's just a thing that we're not a big fan of. So since Sadie's medical equipment, it's technically supposed to be fine. But it's technically fine if they are super vehemently against her being there. They're allowed to say no. And I have never had that experience before, ever. So I'm a little nervous, but at least this is happening well in advance. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Will you move please, Marco? Marco, will you please move? Thank you. If you live in a place where an ID is required, not one bought online, those are always a scam. If you didn't do a public access test with a professional and get paperwork done with your doctor in Alberta, you wasted your money. So yeah, if you live in a place like Alberta where you do need a little tag saying that you're legit, it's always a good idea to call ahead and plan ahead so that you can figure out if you're going to be able to have your service dog with you, and if not, what other resources do you have to get you through your stay? I'm going to use the grumpy mug because I'm a little bit grumpy, and it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. I'm not like beaking on anybody. It's just one of those things that you have to get used to when you start using a service dog. Also, if you hear growling, the dogs play super hard and they're just outside running around. Big voices, even bigger hearts. Hi, Marco boy, what are they doing outside? Go play with your friends. No, he's gonna come see his mama. I don't remember what I was saying. which is a common theme. If you're a service dog handler, you know it's a lot of work to explain to people your very personal medical information every time you leave the house. So it's just like, they haven't asked me like what my disability is. There's 2 questions that they're allowed to ask. But since they don't know that, they're asking different questions. Which is fine, I'm not trying to pull a fast one or anything. It just, you know, makes me twitchy a little bit. Sully, will you get off the counter? But anyway, once we do get that card saying, hey, we're legit. Oh, I should probably put the hot water in the hot chocolate, hey? Once we do get that card, if people discriminate against us, and by people I mean businesses, I'm not at all saying I'm being discriminated against, by the way. Like, they don't know, which is a super common thing. People just don't know, because we don't talk about service dogs, and when people see them, they're just like, wow, it's a dog! And if the person who has the service dog doesn't look disabled, that's when people are like, why'd you put your dog out in public? Did you get that vest on Amazon? That gets a little old. But I'm not saying I'm being discriminated against. This institution just has no idea. And they ask questions and I'm gonna answer them. And I really hope they're gonna let her come. But I know I see you, thank you. But for liability's sake, they're probably not going to, which sucks. But, oh well. Allergies. If somebody has an allergy to your service animal, the business or wherever you both are with each other, something has to be worked out that works for both parties. Like technically, the person with allergies can't be asked to leave, and we can't be asked to leave. So, it's just, I don't know, it's a wild card. Every time you go out, who knows what's gonna happen, right? All right, and since my kitchen table bothered the crap out of me through all of that, I'm gonna clean it. It's not as dirty as it looks. It's just papers piled on top of papers, piled on top of empty Coke bottles, piled on top of my purse. It's a lot. It's become a dumping ground. Anyone with a kitchen table and a mental illness knows. It's hard to keep it clean around here. It has been several hours, and you're balancing on top of the mason jar that I'm drinking out of. Ooh, yep, that chair is still very wet. Right, so I was recently hired for this job. You heard about it earlier with the not bringing Sadie stuff. Yeah, maybe if I just hold this camera, I won't get knocked into the milk. You have to give it. Marco, you have to give. Thank you. Anyway, I had to go get a police check done. And that's fine, you know, whatever, just go to the police station, give them $55 to prove I'm not a criminal so that I can work with children. Honestly, it's still worth it though, because money is tighter than my belt after Thanksgiving. I'm just kidding, I don't wear belts. So I went in, everything was fine, you know. I started to feel the panic, but that's a normal thing, just CPTSD things. And there was a woman there kind of giving a statement, I guess, for some incident that happened. I don't know, I actually had to plug my ears at one point because it was extremely triggering, because this woman reminded me so much of my mother. And she was just being pretty irrational and unreasonable and raising her voice. And that was fine, like I could make it through that. And then it was my turn. But then she went out to her car like, oh, I'm gonna go get the whatever it was. I don't know, some paperwork, I guess. And then she came back in. I can't reach. And the person that she had been talking to was busy with someone else who had come in. So she paced back and forth singing I Can Only Imagine by, I don't know who sings it. I want to say Casting Crowns. They either did like a cover of it or something. It's a Christian song, and that's not a mentally well person. I'm sorry if you do this on the reg, but drop it, Marco. But singing Christian songs to people who you're feeling antagonized by in public, that's not, I would be concerned. Yeah, so that happened, and I spent the rest of the day just kind of, what have I been doing? Oh, I've been watching YouTube. Yeah. And, anyway, thanks for listening to me talk about this woman in the police station. I really hope she's okay, but it freaked me out because a lot of that behavior I have seen before, and it doesn't make me feel safe. So, this is why I need Sadie, and it sucks that I didn't bring her with me today. Drop it? Because I didn't want to have 3 wet dogs in the car and then go into the police station, and I don't need to justify why I didn't bring her. But I wish I had. But anyway, I think this is maybe where I'm gonna leave you. It's been a weird day, but it's been productive. I am mostly finished with that room. If I continue to vlog, you have to drop it, thank you, over the weekend, then maybe you will see it. It's really not that exciting. It's an empty room with a futon and a couple of shelves. Yes, anyway, this has been today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to be kind to yourself and others today, for the love of all that is.
See new faces and brand new things. Gotta go places and do things. Maybe to forget.